Hello, welcome to the 50-50 podcast. Since it's 30 years of Prem, we're going to be looking back at our greatest memories, as this is the 30 years special episode. I'm joined by Jack, and we're going to be talking about our greatest memories, what teams we love to watch, what our best teams was, what our favourite... Maybe we should go through our favourite Prem 11 for each of our teams. So you go through Everton, favourite Prem 11, I go Liverpool.
Sure. So that's how good we are. We think of stuff on
the fly. Yeah, I literally just thought about that on the fly. But yeah, and then we're going to go into our favourite managers and different things like that. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say 30 years of Prem, and like there's just been so many iconic moments, or so many standout, like all the like different players, and how the Prem is like it's grown. Because obviously in the past before the Prem, it wasn't like teams in the best division players would like would go to like different leagues. But it's amazing, like the Premier League now has been for like a couple of years since I'd say 2013 has been the league where the players want to go to, and like
definitely the best league in the world.
It's just grown so much, and yeah, it's amazing. So I reckon we start with the starting 11s you just said.
Yeah, but first off, obviously we're too young to luckily to know the Prem since its induction in the 90s. So we're gonna have to go off our own personal. We probably won't be able to talk about the players in the 90s and stuff like that, but we're gonna go through all our personal memories of the Prem. But yeah, let's get into do you reckon we start off with our best Premier League 11?
Yeah, off Liverpool, if you're Liverpool.
Yeah, we haven't like gone through this prior, so we might forget some players, but just keep that in mind.
So don't hate us, because what we're doing, we could charge you for that. I'm joking. I love my audience to pieces.
Of course.
You mean the world to me. And if we ever want to have like a meet and greet at the end of the season,
the 4 people that are watching this, we love you so much, especially you. We know who you're watching. We know you're watching, mate. We know you're watching.
Sorry, right. So, what's your Premier League 11 for Liverpool?
Well, as I said, I haven't prepared this, but if I'm going in goal, it's probably got to be Alisson Becker.
Not Pepe Reina?
No. Obviously, Pepe Reina was an incredible goalkeeper for us. But if we're talking about achievement with Liverpool, the thing is with Liverpool, most of it's going to be recent because our Premier League history was mostly cloudy and not very successful when it came to the Premier League itself.
So no Kyrgios.
No Kyrgios, no David Ngog, no Benayoun, no Maxi Rodriguez.
Yoshi Benayoun is a street we'll never forget player.
Yeah, Yoshi Benayoun was actually quite decent. Yeah, no Skirtle or anything like that. But yeah, Alisson Becker. I feel like obviously he won the Premier League with us. Incredible goalkeeper.
Scored to get into the Champions League.
Exactly. Yeah, incredible goalkeeper. Genuinely, he is the best goalkeeper I've ever seen play. Genuinely, like when it comes to his one-on-ones and his distribution and everything like that. To be fair, I mean in the Premier League, by the way, not in general. Out of everyone I've seen play in the Prem, I think Alisson is the best. Just his, as I said, his one-on-ones and his just overall game is complete. I feel like with players like Edison and stuff, I feel like Alisson's more complete with them. So yeah, I'd go with Alisson in goal. Who would you go in goal? Tim Howard maybe.
I don't
Pickford,
know.
Yamuka.
Well, for me, that right.
João Virginia.
So Tim Howard was a fantastic goal. I first started watching Everton in 2011, so Tim Howard had some fantastic memories. But I'm going to go for Jordan Pickford. He's been here for 5 seasons now. He's captained the team, and I just love him to pieces. He's a great down to earth lad. I've never met him, but you can just tell. He's a good leader. I love Tim Howard. I'm going to go for Jordan Pickford.
Do you know any goalkeepers from older years?
Well, yeah,
before Tim Howard.
We had Neville Southall, who was he's one of the best keepers of and his era. He made some fantastic saves. And we've got Nigel Martin.
Do you not think he gets in, or do you reckon?
Well, I don't watch him.
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah, it's personal. So I don't watch him, and also he's in his late 30s, 40s. Yeah. Nigel Martin was a very good shot stopper. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Jordan Pickford over Tim Howard.
Yeah, fair enough. I remember Tim Howard being a decent keeper for Everton. He also played for United too. But yeah, as Jack said, he started watching 2011. Mine's a bit... I didn't start watching because when I was young, I didn't get to watch football because I didn't have it on my television, so or the Premier League anyway. So when I was really young. So I only started really properly watching football when I was like 2013, 14, because my dad got the telly as soon as we started charging the league, didn't he? Anyway, but yeah, now going into the defence.
Who's your two fullbacks be? I feel like you know yours, I know mine. Mine are Seamus Coleman and Leighton Baines. Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman, with Moyes, just they were like the first noticeable fullbacks where they just constantly just bomb on up and down.
Yeah.
So now it's like the norm to do that. So I imagine yours was Trent and Robertson.
Yeah. They developed the modern fullback, didn't they, in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Baines and Coleman.
Yeah, they did, and them two at the time were the best fullbacks in the league for a while.
Yeah.
It's sad Baines is not at the club anymore. Well, he is. He's a coach. But yeah, so do you have like the modern version of Baines and Coleman?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'd say Trent and Robertson's obviously very obvious to go for. We have had other quality fullbacks before. We've had
Johnson.
John Arisa, who was an incredible left back for us. Had a fucking traction engine with the left foot. But there's no other way you can go past Robertson and Trent. Just the way that they've become integral to our style and got plenty of assists and been crucial to our title challenge, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is generally a once in a century talent with his passing ability and his crossing. You don't see that anywhere in football recently apart from Trent, so that's incredible. He's arguably not as good defensively, but
who would your centre
absolutely incredible. I'm definitely right back.
Well, Leighton Baines and James Coleman. Everyone who's listening should know how good they are.
Yeah, you probably think they're better than Trent and Rowe, don't you?
Well, I probably wouldn't say Coleman, but I would say Leighton Baines.
No. Anyway, Robertson is just a joke of a fullback. His energy, his determination, his fight.
Leighton Baines had exactly all that, and also I feel Robertson couldn't score the goals like Baines would score, because Baines was just dribble all the way through. But we don't need to get into a little argument. Vamos Leighton Baines. Barry, who your centre? I imagine your centre half. Virgil van Dijk's definitely it.
Yeah.
And who's the second one? Carragher.
See, there's a Van Dijk's in.
This is the banker.
But then there's a couple that I could go for at left centre back. There's obviously Joel Matip, Carragher, Sami Hyypiä.
Oh yeah, Sami Hyypiä.
I didn't watch much of Sami Hyypiä, so I can't really go for him. I know he's a very good centre back. Could go for Carragher, but I think I'm gonna go with Joel Matip or Carragher. Carragher, obviously a legendary centre back for Liverpool. He's made like one of the most appearances for Liverpool. Might be second. Joel Matip, very good, very very good centre back. He last season he was probably the best season I've ever seen him have. The only problem is his injury record, which means he's missed out a lot. Obviously we've got Joe Gomez too, who's very integral to our Premier League win, but because of injuries he's also fell out. I'm going to go with Jamie Carragher actually. I've just talked myself into going with him just because of Matip's injury record, even though he's an incredible centre back. Incredible on the ball, can dribble out with it, his passing's fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to go with Carragher just because for a centre back he was very smart and he wasn't the biggest centre back, so he had to be very careful and use more of his intelligence to defend. And I think he was one of the greatest defenders to ever play for Liverpool just because of how many games he played and how consistent he was over those years. But yeah, now I reckon we get into our centre mids.
I've done my centre. My centre.
Yeah.
Jagielka's got in, and the other centre off's got about this son who was solid. I didn't grow up on like the David Weahs, the Alan Stubbs. Jagielka's definitely in. Fantastic save, fantastic player. The other centre back would probably be maybe John Stones. He's good. When he first burst on the scene, he was really good. I know he tailed off a bit of his Everton career, but when he first broke on, he was phenomenal. And ball player, they can help progress the side up. So yeah, midfield. I didn't watch Arteta, but it would be Gareth Barry. He was phenomenal. Everton, Fellaini. And then it can be Tim Cahill. I'm playing a 4-3-3.
Wait, Tim Cahill? I actually didn't know Tim Cahill could play cam.
Yeah, he's centre forward cam. He played centre mid sometimes, played off the wing. Yeah. So Fellaini, it's a very solid midfield. Gareth Barry, Fellaini, and Tim Cahill. I was going to say Gary Cahill then.
Okay, my midfield three is interesting. We've got a lot of good midfield. We've had a lot of good midfielders in the Premier League era. Obviously, Steven Gerrard's in there. Xabi Alonso's in there. And now I'm thinking between Mascherano, Henderson, Fabinho, or
Shea Ojo.
Yeah, Shai Ojo, yeah. No, actually Clarkson. No. It's very tough. So Xabi Alonso, Gerrard, and my other one is probably, forgive me if I'm forgetting, a key midfielder. I'm trying to think now. No, I'm probably going to go with
Alberto Aquilani.
Yeah, Aquilani or maybe Sahin. Yeah, I'm going to go with Fabinho. Henderson. I'm going with Henderson. Yeah, Henderson, Gerrard, and Xabi Alonso is my midfield three. Xabi Alonso, incredible centre midfielder. I didn't watch him much for Liverpool, but I just know that he's an incredible player for us, and the clips I've seen of him and the games I've watched previously on classic Premier League games. Absolutely incredible midfielder, so he's got to go in. Obviously Gerrard's got to go in, and then Henderson, just his leadership and his qualities and how he's developed as a player in Liverpool and developed into a great captain. It's just unheard of. So yeah, Henderson's in my midfield.
Who would your front three be?
I reckon you go first. Who would you have?
That's
on your left wing first.
Wait, I just want to go right wing. It has to be James Rodriguez. It's absolute criminal that I didn't get to see him live because of Rafa Benitez and COVID.
Do you think he's more of a midfielder than a winger?
He played right wing though for Everton, James, and
it's interesting.
No, but he was only there for one season, but there's plenty of memories, and as you're watching, you're thinking, how on earth is he at Everton Football Club? He was just phenomenal, James. Gift of the left foot. He was just what could have been if Ancelotti stayed, etc.
It was incredible how good he was. I was not expecting it when he came to Everton, but he really. He was really a shine in Ancelotti's tenure.
Left wing, and we've had a lot of Morales.
Morales
was
or what's his name?
You got Richarlison. I put Richarlison up top, and then you've got Lukaku. It's tough there. Morales was fan. You got
Delafeu.
Yeah, Delafeu. I loved him. He's off the right, man. He's too inconsistent. I would probably go for Richarlison, even though Morales got like 34 goals, 36 assists. He was great. But
wait, 34 goals? Is that in like
all
his entire
and 36 assists, but he did tail off a bit of that. So Richarlison, because I love him, he loved the club, but he had the quality possessions. And then Lukaku up top, he was a goal scorer at Everton. He was unstoppable, like 25 goals. He got 87 goals in 100 odd games. Just phenomenal. It's a very solid team, not as good as Nathan's, but you know.
Yeah. I think Everton would win this. That's fair to say. My front three is very easy to do. My front three is actually it's Salah, Mane. You probably could argue like Torres, but Torres rarely played off the left. He's mostly a striker.
I mean Torres up top. Sorry.
Oh no, Suarez is definitely the number 9 to me.
I feel like Suarez could have played off the wing.
No, Suarez could play bloody anywhere. Suarez for me is one of the greatest footballers to ever play the game. His all-round game. His all-round play is just exceptional, like genuinely world class in every way. His passing, his dribbling, his shooting was just fantastic. And there's literally not many players that have played for Liverpool that are better than Suarez. So yeah, Suarez definitely up front for me. Torres was an incredible striker when he played for Liverpool, but his betrayal and his it wasn't that bad of a betrayal. People really hate him. I don't really hate him. I think he's still a great striker.
Like, you were young, I can see like the resemblance of like. When Richarlison left, I mean, it wasn't really a betrayal, but like, all the kids were like crying. They were gutted that he got. You know, I've seen this on social media. You know,
I wish Torres stayed though, because if Torres stayed,
I don't think he kind of went. He went kind of like
he did
past it. Then.
He did, but I feel like that was because he went to Chelsea. I feel like if he stayed at Liverpool, I think like he still would have been good. And also, we would have had a front two of Suarez and Torres, and that would have literally broken the league. Like we would have won the league 100% with Torres and Torres up front.
So I imagine your manager is Jurgen Klopp and this.
Definitely.
Who might be?
Rafa Benitez is also a shout though for Liverpool, but it's got to be Jurgen, obviously.
Covering my ears when I hear that name. It might have to be. I could go for Ancelotti just because it's David Moyes. It's what he did there. So it was a fantastic tenure.
100%.
Like the teams we had, like Cuba. If you just look people at the teams you look at, it's a very solid team. It's a shame he didn't win anything, but that's life, you know.
It's a solid team, but you could argue that he did a very good job with that team. He built a team that was hard to beat, and he made you a quality top 6
like
side.
Like Arteta, exactly. But yeah, so let's just quickly move on. What are your iconic moments of the Premier League, Nathan?
My iconic moments. Do you want to come up with 3 then? So my iconic moments.
I have a couple.
One is Suarez's game against Norwich when we won 4-0.
Well, Premier League of all time.
All time Premier League. My all time, obviously, it's got to be when we won the Premier League.
Yeah.
But yeah, my all time, I've got 3. Suarez scoring 4 against Norwich is one of my top 3. Winning the league, obviously, and then Origi scoring that last minute header against Everton, and also Alisson scoring that last minute header against West Brom. They're probably my top 4.
Well, so for number 1,
incredible moments.
Number 1 just has to be Aguero. It just.
Oh, you mean not just Liverpool?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'll do some Everton one. So there's been a lot of Everton.
I think we should do our Everton Liverpool ones and then go on to
yeah. So we'll carry on. So mine would be beating United 4-0, battered them, beating Arsenal 3-0 in the hunt for top 4, beating Liverpool 2-0. What else? That's been a lot of. Beating West Ham 4-0, Rooney's first season back in a hat-trick. It's been loads, but full-time Prem, it has to be Aguero, just getting beat 2-1 in injury time, and then you win the league in like the last kick against your rivals, and your season noisy neighbours. There's been so many iconic moments.
Leicester, the Great Escape. The Great Escape and the title-winning season.
Yeah, the Great Escape always comes forgotten about, but that they were
that was incredible.
They were 11 points behind with 8 games ago. Probably 10 games ago, and this one and that just kept the momentum.
Definitely.
Well, icons, so many.
Maybe
Invincibles.
But
then there's icons.
Centurions.
Yeah, the Centurion. But I like the rivalry, United in '99, Arsenal, the icon Cantona with the collar, Kevin Keegan's passionate rants. I'd love it if we beat them. Love it. And cause that's when Newcastle. Hey, listen to this, This is when Newcastle fans. This is when Newcastle were at the top, and
they'll be back soon now. Don't speak too soon.
Let's just touch wood. They don't. The Premier League. What else has it been?
Well,
the Invincibles has to be
when Stan Collymore scored that that late winner against Newcastle to stop them from winning the league. Liverpool leading stoppage time.
Of course, in the Premier League, the record fees were broken many times. Shearer being the record free. Blackburn winning the league, the iconic moment. Yeah, G. But yeah, there's so many. It's why it is the greatest league in the world.
There's so many different moments, and if you look at other leagues, they just can't compete when it comes to the different moments and legendary things that happen in the Prem over the years.
All the world record, the rivalry between Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, that was unreal. Wenger was saying we'll finish the league unbeaten, and he backed it. That happened. Mourinho joining the league.
Yeah, 100%.
He just changed everything. Chelsea won back-to-back leagues, first league title in 50 years. Even with Conte and Tuchel, I just summed up the Premier League and how iconic it was this weekend.
Chelsea only conceding 15 goals in the whole season was absolutely incredible. And will never be beaten.
I don't think I'll be beaten, yeah. Let's talk about Streets We'll Never Forget players. There's been a lot of them.
I do love Streets We'll Never Forget players.
Adult Terror, Michu's the one.
Pape Cisse.
Oh my God.
Demba Ba.
That goal Pape Cisse scored against Chelsea outside the foot.
That is possibly one of the greatest goals I've ever seen in my life.
It is a shame Pape Cisse fell off. He was unbelievable.
For that half season, he was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
It's not St. Maximin the Street We'll Never Forget.
Yeah.
Shavard with the 4 goals.
Yeah. Ben Arthur.
To be fair, that Newcastle team was iconic. Tim Krul, Colcini, Johan Cabaye, Ben Arthur, Cisse Bar. Sharon's definitely Streets We'll Never Forget player.
Yeah.
Who else would you say Streets We'll Never Forget?
I'm not sure. David and Gog. No.
Check Toyota because
Yeah, check TOE.
That's an iconic game in the Prem. Getting you 4-0 down after 20 minutes and you draw 4-0.
Mark Swarter. It's Mark Swarter street to never forget.
Actually, was a great goalie.
Yeah.
Asamaragam with that.
And Nyena's
What's been your favourite season in the Premier League?
well, I presume it's pretty obvious when we won the Prem.
Yeah.
What was your favourite season in the Prem when you got Champions League but then got knocked out?
No, mine.
Or when overlapping the.
Mine is 11-12 because I'm like 7 or 8 time. I first started going to the end of the match and like just everything that happened, like Man City's rise, just like the title races. I just used to watch every game for some reason. So Everton signed Jelic. Oh my god, I loved Jelic in January. And yeah, I just love that season because like it's just iconic just because of the Aguero moment. And Chelsea won the Champions League that year.
Not looking at it in a Liverpool centric point of view. My favourite like season to watch was probably 13-14. Even though we didn't win the league, that title race between Liverpool and City was just phenomenal. There was some incredible goals and moments scored in that season. But yeah,
my favourite Everton season would have to be 13-14. Martinez's first season, we just lost Moyes after 7 years. We got Lukaku on loan, McCarthy, Barry, Delfeu. We finished 5th and we missed out on the Champions League by a couple of points. We kind of bottled it. We beat Arsenal 3-0, then we were a point behind them. We had like all the momentum. Then we lost to Palace midweek game 3-2. Cameron Jerome scored twice.
It's like Gale playing in that game.
Probably. And then we lost to Southampton. We were getting beat after 10 minutes 2-0 with an Antoine Alcaraz own goal and a Coleman own goal. But yeah, that was good. Last season, in hindsight, you can look back just because of the like last minute win against Newcastle, beat United, beat Chelsea, the Palace game. But that was like the most stressful season ever. But I reckon we should dive into Great Escapes. As you mentioned, the Leicester Great Escape was unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely. The way that they came out of that and then proceeded to win the Premier League is absolutely legendary.
It's just crazy how it spurred them on to win the Premier. It's crazy. I just don't get how that's possible.
Yeah.
Other Great Escapes, Sunderland. Sunderland always have
Jermaine Defoe.
Oh, that goal scored against Newcastle. Jermaine Defoe's definitely a streak we'll never forget.
Nice. I think he's better than Street.
But I think he's a streak we'll never forget just because he was really, really good. Sunderland always had Newcastle staying on the last day, which was Gutierrez, who
I remember that.
Who came back after an illness, which was quite holy.
Severe.
Yeah, really good.
It was an incredible. It was an incredible moment.
I mean, Newcastle Sunderland have always been in relegation battles. Yeah, that Newcastle fan. So you don't try and compare us when you're always fighting relegation with Newcastle Sunderland.
Yeah.
So what would your iconic managers be?
Iconic managers.
Do you know who mine would be?
Pretty easy. What do you mean for Liverpool?
No, just
in general. We gotta go look for Ferguson, Arsene Wenger.
Mine would be Paolo Di Canio, just because cause he was a crazy street will never forget player for West Ham. He's that guy scissor kick goal he scored. But when he was a manager, like the celebrations he did, he's a madman.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Alan Pardew actually, just because of his dancing in the cup final and his headbutting antics and stuff.
It's nice to go back and
look at the Premier League moments. Yeah,
I mean what would your best ever team the Prem be? Like, I mean, not like a team, not like you put players in. Would you say Arsenal Invincibles? They draw 12 times, so.
No, I think the best ever Prem team is probably either City Centurions, Liverpool winning the title winning, not title winning Liverpool, but the season before when we got 98 points in the league. Or it's Chelsea when they only conceded 15 goals. I think that actually is the most impressive record.
I feel like they lost one game as well last season. I feel like Arsenal got to take credit though because like the team then with Vieira, Tony Adams, Seaman, Ashley Cole, Henry, Lundberg, Dennis Bergkamp. But is there any modern?
They also have Kolo Touré in it.
Yeah.
And
Gail Clichy
and Ashley Cole too.
And did they have Adebayor?
No, I don't think Adebayor was there.
Would you say Van Persie going to United's an iconic moment because he helped them win the league back?
Yeah, it's an iconic moment. So Di Maria going to United.
Oh, that chip he scored. Can't.
Ibrahimovic coming to the Prem.
Yeah, though. Who Pogba rejoining for the record fee.
Yeah.
So where do you reckon the Premier League will go, like, in the future? Because it's so mainstream right now. It's like
definitely.
on top of it. Do you think like other leagues can compete with it? Like, do you reckon there's a chance?
Not really, to be honest. I think the Prem is just so commercialised and so out there in the main public and so incredible that I don't think it's any chance of anything catching it. I feel like it's just going to keep going and going, and it's going to improve even more than it is, and it's going to be the best league in the world for many years.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like
the money it's in it as well.
I feel like when La Liga were on top, it's just because of like the Real Madrid teams, Mourinho, Pep, Messi, like that golden era of like La Masia for Barca. But even then, though, the Premier League was still, coming on.
Yeah, good. Yeah. That's when Barca and Real Madrid could really compete when it came to money and stuff as well. But now these days they can't even do it without selling their shares and stuff.
Yeah. Do you reckon the Premier League shouldn't change because it's been the same for 30 years? Or do you reckon they could have like a relegation playoff or like playoffs?
I don't think there's any desperate needs to change it. But what do you reckon? Do you reckon there should?
I don't know. I feel like maybe have like what they do in the Dutch League or Belgium, you can have like playoffs just to make it. Because when you look at the Premier League, it's only like United have won so many times. So Chelsea, City, Arsenal, and you've got Liverpool, Leicester, Blackburn one. So it's like, I know it's hard to make like different teams win it, like because of the money in it, like how competitive it is. Mate, I feel like they should experiment a playoff.
Yeah, essentially.
But what I would love to see in the Premier League would be a team on like the same point, same goal different. They have to have a playoff match to win the league title.
Like that could have happened last season. Imagine if we had like a City Liverpool playoff for the league.
It could have been the same when United and City drew when Aguero.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we should probably end this segment soon. But
to
end it, what do you think is your like crowning Premier League signing? So like if you were going to pick any signing that Everton have made.
Well, do you reckon we do Everton and our own clubs and like in general on the Prem?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Who do you reckon is the best Everton signing? You can go with money. You can go in value for money, or you can go in like quality.
I know there's been players like the 90s, like Kanceskis from like United. He was unbelievable. There's Ferguson, and he's like a cult hero legend.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, who would I say? Maybe just because of all the hype and like, even though it was in COVID time, I think it just has to be James Rodriguez. Yeah, he's the most technical, most gifted player I've ever seen play for Everton. Just because, just everything like the break. He's unreal on his debut. Got a great goal against West Brom in the derby. The way he touches down, slips with Charles. Nobody else in our team could do something like that. I feel like it has to be James Rodriguez.
I think ours has got to be. I think Liverpool's in the Prem era. It's either got to be Luis Suarez or Salah. But I'm going to go with Salah, 100%.
Yeah,
I think Salah's just the way that he's just developed and caused our Liverpool team to become a new beast. And the amount of goals he scored is just incredible. I think that's why he's definitely our best sign of the Premier League era.
Who would you say the best sign in the Premier in general? It could be like a manager, for example, like Pep coming in or like changing.
Yeah, it could be Klopp for Liverpool. Could be Pep for City.
It's great.
I think we should go with the player though.
Best player
to ever sign in the Prem. Maybe De Bruyne.
I don't know. Could it be someone like Ronaldo?
Yeah,
actually, you know what? It's going to be for me Wayne Rooney. Breaks on the scene. He's unbelievable. He's like unplayable.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then it goes to United and wins all them like trophies and that. And he's probably, I would say, Rooney's the greatest player to ever play in the Prem. Now that could be controversial.
That's a hot take.
Because obviously you got like
Shearer,
yeah,
Henry. I think it's got to be Henry. To be honest, Henry's probably the best Prem sign.
Well, Rooney's definitely the best English player.
I'm gonna go with Henry. Yeah, he definitely is. I'm gonna go with Henry.
I'm gonna back Rooney just because he came from Everton's academy, and I do want to keep talking.
Henry's an absolute joke.
I feel like we should end the day. I feel like we could talk all day about the Premier League and like all the nostalgia.
I think it suits that we're ending the 30-year Prem. We're ending the 30-year Prem video at 30 minutes, so I feel like that's when we should end it.
Yeah, let's have a 30-second outro. So, I'm joking. I'm excited to see where the Prem will grow, and Nathan Barron, do us a favour.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to our 30-year Prem video. We've really enjoyed talking about all the stuff.
I could easily talk for hours more.
100% about our Prem moments and everything like that. So yeah. But if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to go check out our other videos that we'll put out this week. And yeah, thanks for
and also
listening.
wait. Also tell us your best iconic moments, etc. of the Premier League and why
100%.
you love it so much.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.